She's not what you'd expect. She's tough and feisty, but gentle and tender. She makes millions and gives millions to the poor. She cries, she laughs, she teaches, she comforts. This is the Dani Johnson Show.
So this is it. We've been outside camping for the last nearly 2 months, living in between the metal building and sleeping in this little camper. And now we are gonna go over to the new house. This is our last day. This camper is being driven back to where we rented it from, and we're gonna head over there and show you. You're gonna see the inside with all the boxes and all the junk everywhere before we're getting everything all set up. So come on over. We're here living in a construction site right now. And so we're in the process of moving in. We've been moving all of our stuff from our shop. Not all of it, like it's not even close to all of it isn't yet, but we've been moving that stuff in. So we're gonna kind of take you along what a typical day has been. I think we're on day 3 right now, and it's been quite a process. There's been some big surprises, some unexpected things, and yeah, so we're just gonna kind of let you live with us today, and you can see what happens around this place.
Okay, what do we got?
We have our counter stools.
Nice.
I like searched forever.
Where are they from?
Well, I found them online.
Where?
Online. And this is one of these are one of those boxes. Wait. This is not a counter stool.
Oh my gosh. Have a seat.
You guys do that? Wait.
This is a bar stool.
No toilet or water for the next 30 minutes.
Why?
Because they're working on something down there on the sewer line.
Dude, did you know that the pool like creates this waterfall? Over here?
Yeah.
How come you didn't tell me that?
Because there's some things you get to find out.
You're so awesome. Okay, this sucks.
So,
That.
they're not the right ones?
No. No. They're supposed to be counter stools? This is a bar stool.
Just sit at the counter with the bar stool.
You know what?
Good plan.
Good plan.
Awesome. No. Alright.
I think it works fine.
Get it. Quality control standards. Suck. Back to the drawing board again. So there's an amazing story where that used to be in our last house we had a round kitchen table. So the story was that the key that unlocks a happy family is sitting around the table every night for dinner, right? So that's what comes. So my kids, whenever they found a key, an old key, they would stick it on there. And then when my daughter in love and my son Roman got married, they both kept their purity. They kept their promise, and so they handed both parents keys on locks, saying we kept it with their promise rings on it. They had 2 sets of promise rings. Yeah. So the ones like, I don't know how Rachel was when she got hers from her dad. How old were you?
6th grade.
Yeah, like 12 years old. And then Roman got his also when he was 12. So anyway, so they had, and they bought themselves another set as they got older. So they each gave both parents the promise rings on a lock.
That's cool.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, and it was to go in here, but it's on my purse instead. So I was so proud of them.
Awesome.
Well, I love that.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Yes, and so when my
Did you
office
see
expanded,
her
Did you see
change in
this-
her study?
not yet.
Come here.
Oh, wow. Now that's fun.
Yeah, they were over our dining room table in the last house. But the new dining room has a super short ceiling, so.
Yeah, I was down there.
Yeah, so that's what he wanted it. That's how he wanted it, but this was like.
Well, I like that you're bringing some of the old and
Yeah,
repurposing.
no, I
That's
love.
cool. That's
Talk about
cool.
repurposing. Come here.
Oh like
We've
to
had a
repurpose
picnic
things.
table for 21 years that's been moved 9 times.
Oh my goodness.
And it's 10 feet long. And my cousin made it. And it's my cousin who taught my husband the internet, which is what our business is and has been for 18 years, right? So my cousin's the one who taught him. My cousin is dead. He died at 40.
Oh, wow.
So,
Sad.
yeah, but we've had this picnic table that he made. So it's like this family, you know, we've had Thanksgiving on
Yes.
it. I mean, we've just had so many
The
celebrations.
heritage table.
It is a heritage table. So, but part of it broke when we moved it this last time.
Oh.
So come and see what I did with it. This is so perfect.
Careful on those
I
floors.
just wanted a big bar table.
Right?
And, so we had one priced out and it was $77 was the price that they gave us. We're like, hell no.
Finished
So what
by
if we repurpose the picnic table?
that other cellular
There you
thing.
go.
And there it is.
Love it.
And then my girlfriend's husband made it for us.
Well, I can pull
Pipes. Yeah, we did pipes. Okay, there's more. Come here.
What I'm getting is contingent upon being able to stream.
Okay, hold on. We'll be right back. Are these for outside?
Yeah,
I love that.
Isn't that cool?
Yes.
Okay, and then there's one more. And I'm having a mirror made for our bedroom.
Okay.
Out of that same.
Out of the wood that you
I want you to see underneath.
Is anybody running water?
No?
No?
So that's what it was. That was the top. This was underneath it. So the underneath had been protected.
So you have this all written down somewhere, right?
No.
Okay, you need to do that.
Really?
Yes.
Isn't it special?
It's very, very much so.
So we just couldn't
So
couldn't
it's
get
the
rid of it. So it's so
heritage.
awesome that
Heritage table.
it is. Okay, come here. There's one more piece.
You gotta write it down so nobody forgets all of that.
Yeah. Might any of the kids do something with it, they're in trouble. Let me fix this light. Hold on one second.
Years from now.
Yeah.
Back in the haunt thing. Oh, the benches.
And that's the bench.
Oh, cool.
So this, we had this one big piece left of the table. We have all the stuff from the undercarriage, and these 2 pieces are from the undercarriage.
That is really cool.
Isn't that cool?
Yes. Yeah. You need a longer table though. I mean, it's kind of.
No, I really do. I would love to see 35. We have 5 kids and 8 grandkids, and only 2 kids have had kids.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, which ones we gotta figure out?
So
Okay.
we need for the
For the master
for the
closet
closet, well, we
pocket
just do
door.
it since we can. And if we want to stay with bronze, then we go with this in here.
Which one is this for? The pocket door?
This is for your master pocket.
Between the bath and the closet.
Closet, yeah.
Because you're saying it's 1 3/8 then?
Yeah,
thickness
just
of
some of
it?
these little guys, probably, or
Oh no, you can do.
Why can't you just do that?
Because of thickness of
the
The
thickness of it.
Oh.
But see, we can do this, so it's still either 6 or 7 inches. It's still bronze,
Okay,
and it goes in a 1 3/8 thick door.
okay,
Okay, so your edge pull should be fine.
yeah.
So we just need to get 2 of those.
And they would match.
The finish would tie into
Yeah.
what you've got, the bronze, yes.
Okay.
And they'll be less expensive.
So we'll need 2 of those.
Okay. So that's the master.
Oh, so this one
The
works?
master
That was
closet.
already on it. We just didn't put an edge pull on it.
Han said no edge pull.
edge pull on it?
Yeah, it's just you're fine. So
I mean, we can.
we're talking master closet.
Yeah.
No, that's
Master
easy.
closet.
Yeah, that's totally easy. I love these. Yeah, that's easy. Dude, and guess what's in? Your knobs. Your knobs are in. What do they call those things?
The nail heads, the clavos, or
The clavos are in.
where are they?
No, meaning.
No, I mean, I don't see them. What do you see? They're in stock. They're ready to be installed. Oh, that's so good. Awesome. I love it when you clarify your words with me.
Guys, I'm not even gonna bring it up.
We want some towel rings.
No,
A lot of them. We need wherever you would put a towel ring, we want to put 2.
We just want to stack
So here's the toilet paper
Why do you
holder.
have a towering?
I don't. They
you have like
they
a
are in
inner
apartments.
childhood,
They're apartment type
memory
thing.
from a towel.
No, honey, and you are really
You gotta
rough.
find a
With,
towering connoisseur.
And there's,
can I tell you why?
Why?
They fall out of the wall very easily. You break everything. Like you're so rough that you break toilet paper things. You break towel things. He is like he's rough on everything. Like pull on it.
Yeah, look at him.
Do you know what happened to him last night?
oh my gosh, that's awesome.
I tested the
Don't
wall.
tell him.
All right, so what we can do, because you've got, the tall back plates on your door hardware, we can either do a square one so that it's minimal on bath hardware
Yeah.
I
versus
would.
doing a
Yeah,
rectangular.
yeah.
I like
Square.
little
Yeah.
Squares. Cool.
Square.
Yeah.
Okay.
Totally.
Okay, so that one we need 1 for the guest bath, 1 for the powder bath, and 2 for the master. So total
So we
4.
need 4.
12-inch.
You gotta talk to the big boss.
We're gonna do
We got the big boss.
square rows.
The big boss not gonna
and
like it.
medium bronze.
It's gonna
Okay.
be too
So how many
chiquito.
bathrooms do we have that we need toilet paper holders for?
3.
3 toilet.
And so this is what it looks like, Hans. It just
Yeah.
slips on the end.
Okay.
No spring.
And you're doing square?
And it'll be a square.
Yeah, for the
like
toilet
that.
paper. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no spring.
How do you make sure he doesn't break that?
That's your job.
Grief.
No, like.
Just, it's not a grab bar, 88 grab bar.
It's not an 88
No
grab bar.
swinging
Okay.
from
It holds
there.
toilet paper.
Do not, in
No,
case of
no
emergency, do not grab the.
Yeah, we'll put big signs on it.
Yeah. Oh, you guys do have door knockers?
Oh yeah.
Can you find? Okay, can I? If I show you a photo of one, could you find it?
Pause. Maybe, I don't know.
Because
Unless it was custom made.
you can't find somebody to custom make it.
Well, it depends.
Depends on what it's made of. When they take that door, when they take that door, they could integrate it.
I want to put
Well-
on it right there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's
So
awesome.
it's very similar to this.
no, it's
guy,
totally
But
different.
it's different.
Yeah,
That one's
look.
more masculine.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that looks like.
That looks like a cub.
Yeah,
This
exactly.
looks like
And this got some other stuff going on with it.
Lion, Witch, and Wardrobe.
Yeah, it's more.
Looks like him. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little. Yeah,
Aslan.
more
Thank you.
serious looking.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you know somebody who can make that? I don't know how we find it.
Rocky,
Where'd you get that picture?
I don't-
Rocky
just-
Mountain can do that.
Rocky Mountain?
Yeah, but they're gonna. Yeah.
No, that's $1.50. Huh?
And they're like, yeah. Dollar point. It's like 1 point. Yeah.
Yeah.
They can do it.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Whoever made that one.
I know.
That's cool. Send me the picture.
Okay.
Hey, dude, she might have the. Do not make fun of me. This is his idea.
I don't even know what you're gonna say.
No, I can't even remember to say it because you guys are totally gonna make fun of me right now. Okay. Not towel rings. But he's been thinking about having like rings down in the
Oh, like torture chamber stuff.
torture chamber stuff down in the dining
Painting
room.
off
So
the
they look more.
like a
they look
like
like-
a
Some chains?
like yeah like
They
like
have all
like
over
I'm
your-
gonna put some
That would,
into the rock, you know,
Yeah.
And have
like just hanging there.
That's,
Do you have some?
that would be more like hacienda iron, making those big rings.
Yeah, shackles.
Made out of
Yeah,
iron.
something like that.
Shackles. Sort of.
I didn't know you guys
Make it
were
like
into
a jail.
that.
Yeah.
Huh?
They're not.
In the dining room, though.
Dining room, that's kind of.
Serve me now.
Every room is our room.
Okay, goodbye.
That's just to make sure the guests stay in line. You know, there's no.
So first, if they don't do right, they get locked
Locked
in here
down.
no breakfast. And then when they do get breakfast,
Lever
we take
two
them to the
offense.
dining room and we put them in shackles.
Yeah,
And we just throw food at them and
Some
see if they
old-
catch it.
that's right. What do you
Okay,
think?
you guys
You're
are-
cool, right?
Yeah, we cool.
Yeah. I don't see how that plays in up here though.
No, it just made me. I don't know why I had the idea, but
Well,
it's,
You're just
She
thinking
was-
about
it went into
shackles.
my head.
It's,
Oh, she was thinking towel bars. I mean, towel rings.
Yeah, I'm super confused now. Wow.
No,
okay.
the way this looked,
Oh,
the
okay.
way
I
this
got
is,
you.
what
Reminded
do
me
you
of
call
shit.
that?
that's
shackles.
It's hammered.
not the texture.
Good grief.
Yeah, the texture's hammered, so it reminded me of the ones
Getting all
that we.
kinds of ideas now in this house. Okay.
The hammered is what made me
I got
remember
you.
it because
Yeah.
that's how they were in Europe. We went
Okay,
through
well that
a
was a good
prison,
little
an old
detour.
ancient, like, 2000.
Have you ever been to the tower?
Today's the day we're supposed to like officially move in, and things are still not done. As you can see, like we're making decisions on door handles and like there's a lot of time in making decisions, and I feel so bad for Hans because he spent so much time like in the beginning having to without being able to see, you know what I mean? It's like looking at black and white plans, and then, you know, he's having to make decisions on fixtures, and he has no idea what that's all going to turn out. Or he's having to make decisions on lights, like where he wants lights, but he's not in the room yet, and so he can't tell what the lights are actually going to look like. You know, but you're still having to make all of those decisions on, you know, because or plumbing, like that's another one. So like before the house is even, you know, as you have the house framed, so there you are in the framing, and you're like, yeah, I think I want a plug here. Like it's just the framing that's up. So not even the walls are in, just the framing is up. So those are really challenging. But anyway, but once you get in, and we're not all the way in, we're now living, we're out of the camper completely. Hallelujah. We still have more than half of our stuff is in the shop, and so we have less than half of our stuff that's actually in the house. And so I would say like the first day was like, wow, because the first night that we had here, I was living in 3 places. Then our very first night, the very next morning, we had a flood in our house. No joke. So and the master toilet didn't work, and our master bedroom's upstairs, and I still am healing from my broken ankle, right? So the middle of the night, little tinkle, down the stairs, down the hall, like by the front door, there was the 2 middle of the night tinkles, which was like, I was like, we should have stayed in the camper, because at least like there's a toilet that worked, you know, right by the bed basically. So yeah, we got up at 7:30 in the morning, and there was a flood all through the entryway, and it backed up inside of the shower, the downstairs shower. There was toilet paper all over the floor, and it turned out that we had the sewage pipe had been busted through the construction process. And so you don't know that until you get in and you use the toilets for a day, right? So we used the toilets for a day, and so the busted up pipe now just backed up into the house. That was awesome. That was like so awesome. So yeah, the first night was really, really like, so then that day they said, okay, we have to turn the water off. The master toilet still wasn't fixed. We couldn't use the water all day, and we had no hot water. So here we were told, yeah, hot water's in, air conditioning's on, toilets are working. Okay, cool, go. You know, we get our bed in here, so you have all this anticipation. In fact, the first night, this is what I ended up doing. The first night, this is what I did. So it was like 12:30 at night, right? And we had some precious, wonderful friends who actually helped us to move in. And it was Diane and Butch McCracken that helped to get some of our stuff in that first night to get our bed set up. And so I also had gotten this big window in our bedroom covered, because it's going to be our first night and there's no privacy on this window. And so, so, you know, we're just making things happen, right? We get the dining room table set up, which I couldn't wait to get the dining room table set up, to have it in that like incredible room that Hans built. And so anyways, 12:30 at night, Hans is still like, you know, unpacking some boxes downstairs. And so I set candles on the floor in front of our tub, and I start to run the water for the tub. And it's lukewarm. More on Luke than warm. So I'm filling in. I'm like, it maybe just takes a while. Maybe, you know, it's going to take a while for heat up, because Hans like kept saying, we're not doing a tank for a water heater. It has to be a tankless water heater. And so that we're going to have this tankless water heater. It's going to be great. And yeah. So anyway, I'm like, okay, maybe it's, and I have total doubts on this, because when we had our home in Bora Bora, that had a tankless water heater, and the water went hot and cold, hot and cold, hot and cold, like right in the middle of the shower. And it was like so frustrating. So anyway, I'm like, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Nope, it never gets hot. So it's more lukewarm than more luke than warm. So I have all my candles set up. I have the things covered. I have our bed all made. I mean, we were exhausted. And I'm like, and I have candles on the nightstands. I'm like, gonna welcome Hans into his brand new bedroom with his gorgeous view outside, and the water's cold. So anyway, so then he tries to even take a shower. Like, we were so sweaty, the water's cold. Like, meh. Like, you want so badly to like, I wanted so badly to create this wonderful, beautiful environment for him for his first night in his dream house. And, well, it is what it is, basically. So again, the next morning we wake up and there's a flood in the foyer and toilet paper everywhere. So that was awesome. So that wasn't very fun at all. So there's been quite a few frustrating things. Okay, so then the next thing was our sinks. Now this has been something since the very beginning when I saw the pipes, we're talking when the house was framed. So I saw the pipes of our master sinks and saw how low the cabinet was. And I kept saying, that cabinet's really low. That sink's too high. The faucet's too high. It's going to splash and hit us. We're going to take a shower every day. Don't go wash your hands with your clothes that you're heading to the office in because you're going to be soaking wet, right? So I kept saying that. And so they eventually moved up the counters a little bit, but then there was this other thing that happened. And so the faucets still were super high and, fitting down into the bowl. And sure enough, so we get in and, so there's just all these different problems that happen, right? So the light fixture didn't fit the hole, so John Mayhall, who I believe by far is our MVP player of this entire project. He is absolutely amazing. This man is such an awesome problem solver. He has this attitude of no problem, I can take care of it. He's always shown up. He's always done what he said he's gonna do. He hasn't caused any problems. He's the fixer of other people's problems. So he's been amazing. So anyway, so he had to configure all this thing with our mirror. With the light that's supposed to go on the mirror. So bottom line is that, so then we had problems with the water coming out too hot, fast. In fact, when we would turn on the faucet, it didn't reach the sink. It went beyond the sink and all over to the shower. It went from the counter to the shower. Hans turns it on. It was like a fire hose. Just totally got him everywhere. So that was our first day. So it was not the awesome, we're in the dream house. No, not at all. So wait, it gets better. So we're like, okay, so the guy has to fix it. He tries to fix it all day. He can't fix it, right? So now we can't use the sinks. There is no toilet and there's no hot water. We're on day 2. But there wasn't a flood on morning number 2. Something positive happened there. So then the plumber then reinstalls the fittings and he broke the mirror. We're talking, it's $1,000 mirror at least, because it's floor to ceiling. Not floor to ceiling, but from the counter all the way to the ceiling. This huge mirror, cracked the mirror. So that has to be replaced. So right now there's no mirrors, there's no water in the sinks. But guess what? We have a hot shower. They finally fixed the water in the hot shower. So we had our first hot shower this morning, which was awesome. We had our first hot shower in there and we had water pressure because the first night there was no water pressure. It was just trickle, cold. This has been the move-in process and certainly not what we had expected. And awesome last night. So this would have been our 3rd night. Hans was so awesome. He's like, you know what? We got to go pick up this water system, soft water system, saltless salt water system. And I'm going to San Antonio and I'm like, hey, we can go to the fabric store because I got to finding bedding colors, which I'm saying on my bed. This is not necessarily what's going to stay here, but finding it to coordinate with the paint and so much light is going, my head's going crazy. Too many decisions. So I'm like, oh, I'll go with you and we'll see if we can find fabric for the drapes for the bedroom, which we didn't. Nope. But we had a date night last night, and that was really awesome. So we went out to dinner. We just like left at 3 o'clock. We left this construction site because now we are living in a construction site, inside the construction site. Whereas before we were living on a construction site in a camper. Now we're living inside the construction site. Which again, 30 minutes ago, like, you can't turn the water on. I had a little laundry going, and I had the dishwasher going. Stop everything. This has happened 3 times. So anyway, so what's it like moving into a house that's not quite ready? Breathe. You just have to breathe. 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 You don't foresee this. You don't at all foresee it. Like, you foresee, like, walking in, it's all done. Everything's new, right? Everything's new, so everything works. No, like, everything that could be broken is broken. You ready for this? So the first night that I go to cook, which was night before last night, so night 2, Erica and Zach are helping me unpack a bunch of stuff, and I go to turn on the stove to cook dinner for everybody. Meh. It's not on. Oh my gosh. You know what I'm saying? Like, have you ever had so much frustration? So I'm like, okay. So I called John Mayhall, who is so amazing. He always answers my call. He just blows my mind. And she's like, John, I'm trying to cook dinner for the family. He goes, and the cooktop isn't working? Mm-hmm. He goes, no problem. He goes, I kept it off on purpose just in case somebody accidentally hit that button and it would start a fire. I'm like, you're the best. So then he walks me to where the breaker is, has me turn on the breaker. Okay, so then I'm ready to start the dishwasher the next day. No power. John, I have no power in the dishwasher. He's like, oh, they must have unplugged it when they put the sinkerator, what is that thing? The disposal. The disposal. I think it's not an incinerator, is it? But anyway, it says
sinkerator.
I know, but I think it says sinkerator on the thing. I think
You're thinking what Roman used to call
garburator. Yeah, the garburator. The garburator. My son Roman used to call it a garburator.
He used to call me the garburator.
I used to call him the
That's what they
garburator.
call it in Canada. The disposal.
The disposal.
It's a garburator.
It's a garburator. Okay, anyway, so John says, oh, well, it's not, they must have unplugged it when they put the garbage disposal, sinkerator, garburator, whatever you want to call the darn thing. But anyway, so then he just walks me through and I'm like, plug it in, yay. So anyway, so yeah, that's what happens when you move into a construction site because you are done with 105 degrees outside. With no breeze. You can handle it when there's a breeze outside. There's a beautiful breeze, cool breeze here in the hill country, but it's been ceasing lately. And anyway, obviously we've been anxious to get in a house and oy, oy, oy. But you know what? Here's the bottom line. Even if we moved in, no matter when we moved in this house, there was already a cracked sewage pipe. So no matter what, all of this stuff was happening. No matter what, there was no water pressure. No matter what, the heater wasn't working. Like, all of this stuff wasn't happening already, whether we moved in 3 months from now or we moved in today. So anyway, so we've been moving in for days, and we're going to be moving in for days. Which, by the way, has been awesome. It's been really, really cool to have our shop filled with all of our stuff versus a truck backing into the house, and now here, 200 boxes, there it is, and then you have to live through all those boxes. So it's been a really peaceful move-in. So we're taking our time. We're moving slowly, bringing in like 10 boxes at a time, unpacking those 10 boxes, and then going back for 10 more boxes and then unpacking those. So I think there's a lot of stuff I'm going to be like giving away because it's not going to fit in this house. We don't have a lot of storage in here. That's what I'm finding right now. Just things you don't think about when you're designing a house. First time. But I didn't do it, actually. My husband's the one who designed it, but I thought there was plenty of storage, and then
There's the attic.
where am I going to put this?
This is my prayer room. This is where I'll be praying.
What happened was is that in the plans, this was just an empty space, meaning that when you looked at the architecture plans, I noticed in the plans, it was like, wait a second, there's this 9-foot wide room that meaning there was just going to be a wall right here. This was just going to be the hallway. And so this was going to be this big open attic, basically. Not open, but it was going to be attic space. I'm like,
Put something in there.
we could put something here. So why not do, you know, this could be my office or my prayer room. It's basically where I'm going to pray every morning because there's no place to do that upstairs. I mean, you can pray anywhere, but as far as privacy and quiet, that's my prayer shawl. That's my prayer shawl. That's the first thing in here. That's my prayer shawl. So yeah. And my shofar. Yeah.
This is her hobbit door.
This is our hobbit door.
where she
This is
keeps
the best hiding place in the whole house for all the grandkids. Maybe I'll never tell them about it, and I will hide there when we're playing hide and seek. Okay. How you doing, Glenn? Oh, wow! Needs to be ripped out. This is kind of cool. This is a hot water heater. It's like hot water on demand. So we control so it's not a tank. It's tankless hot water.
Wow.
Yeah. So here we go. There's like so much junk in these boxes. Not junk, I shouldn't say that. Yeah, my candelabras, which I have no idea where some of this stuff is gonna go. Like, we've built this house. This is like my Shabbat candles. I have no idea where they're gonna go. No clue. Like, I don't have a Shabbat place, candle place kind of, it seems like. Kind of cozy.
In the dining room,
And
they
then,
have all those random shelves. You can set one set at the dining room. But they don't all need to be in the
Sure,
a
I'll
unisex
leave them here
place.
for
They're
now. No,
really
that's a
cool.
great idea.
Yeah.
That's totally a great idea. So the whole moving thing has been a open your boxes and go, oh my gosh, look at this. This is awesome. This is a skincare line that I developed 26 years ago. It was called Courageous Skincare.
Wow.
I actually designed all of it. The
So
color,
cool.
the labels, everything.
Packaging is
Mixing
so
one.
awesome.
You like it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I developed this like 25 years ago.
That's wild.
Like, and
This is for symmetry?
no, Results Incorporated, baby. That was the name of my company, one of my companies. Yeah, Results Incorporated.
Why'd you want to do
Brian Niederhouse would remember this. Brian and Kristen used to sell it. Look at the,
Wow.
there's the gel that's in here. Splash Off Cleansing Gel. I named everything.
It's a good name.
Yeah, Splash Off Cleansing Gel with an infusion of algae. And this was a toner. And this is called Skin Nourisher. This was the Courageous Skin Mask, a silk amino acid skin mask, and glycolic gel that's gone.
How much did people used to buy this kit for? Back in the day.
I think it was around $125 maybe for the whole thing. I think it was. I can't remember.
But that was like 20 years ago.
This is 25. This is 90.
So that was skincare that pricey back then? Because I mean, that's pretty typical now.
Yeah, it was.
It
pricey
still
back then.
was?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, definitely. It was definitely that pricey. Yeah. That's so cool that they opened this box and this is right here. I love it. Yeah, so I'm keeping one. My girlfriend Rohini actually sent it to me. I hadn't even kept one, and Rohini saved it and she gave it to me for my birthday one year. Like, remember this? So anyway, have some earplugs. These are the best earplugs, by the way. I sleep with them every single night. So thanks for joining us, and I have no idea what tomorrow's gonna bring, but there's a good chance we're gonna have guests walking in at 7:30 in the morning. We're not expecting. There's a good chance we'll have people just walking in and out as though we are living inside of a construction site now, so that's how it works. The plumbers just show up, the sewer people just show up, the contractors, the lighting people, the people, like there's the stone guys, like, So I'm sure that tomorrow we'll be unpacking some more boxes, making some more decisions, and meeting some other people and making more decisions. So I think we'll be making even more decisions tomorrow. Anyway, so I hope you've enjoyed a little part of this as we are letting you inside of our daily fun. It's been fun. All right, thanks. Bye.